around for.
Alright, tape's rolling. Get ready to do this thing, boys and girls. Hey, Nero.
Quiet on the set. You're listening to WRFB, Radio Free Britannia, and no other freaking better place in the world than Deltona, Florida. Here you are, lunch with no other than the dynamic duo, Laz and Jack.
Greetings, everybody. This is Laz.
And this is Jack. Welcome to another edition of Lunch with Laz and Jack, where we interpret the news so you don't have to.
That's right. Bringing you our own brand of news right here inside Shroud Avatar. 5 days a week. That's right, 5 days a week. Been doing that now for well over 2 years. So welcome to today's show, boys and girls. Today is Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, here in Shrouded Avatar, September 7th, 2017. And of course, yesterday was the telethon.
Yes,
mini
it
telethon.
was.
Raised a little bit of money yesterday, not a whole lot. Just barely made the 50 grand mark.
Yeah, they ended up hitting 52,000 right at the end.
Change, right?
Right at the end of the telethon. They don't add the additional amount added between 7 p.m. and midnight just because it doesn't affect the stretch goals. So any additional monies, we don't know what that was because they didn't publish that.
Yeah,
but
I
was going to say, for those really, really savvy people that they can actually figure out the actual amount that was really raised by looking at the pre-telethon amount raised and then after the telethon amount raised, and just do some quick math.
If somebody was smart enough to write that number down beforehand.
Yeah, if they were smart enough to write that down beforehand. I was at their studio, so I definitely was not paying attention to that. And
you weren't paying attention to anything.
Well, so what's really funny is yesterday.
You really want to talk about that?
An hour before myself and Pete the Noob, who's also another streamer,
Pete the Noob,
we had that entire room set up. So it's like the mic was catching everything we had all the levels adjusted and everything was all good. We tested even the Google Hangouts.
Lord Horkland,
it was all set up. Then right before we went live, Starr moved the table.
That's funny.
And it's like everything was set up, and then it's like, crap. Now I got to move the mic. Now I've got to readjust all the levels, like right after we go live. So it's like, got to do this on air. It's like,
you got to scramble.
It's I know. It's let's introduce technical difficulties into their stream, which
Laz was there in spirit.
Yeah, Laz was there in spirit, affecting everything. So it was all Laz's fault.
Okay, that was Nothing.
And then there was some really sad news, and thank you, Lord Hawkwind. Thank you. I love you.
Thank you. Pete the Noob. Tuning in.
Yeah.
To the show.
Yeah, so Pete can tell you that we did have everything completely set up beforehand, and we tested it. I mean, we have the little video clips and the moving of the table screwed everything up.
You have the proof, is what you're saying.
Hey, yes, we
have
do.
the screenshot.
we have a mini, like, 3-4 minute video recording of it. Yes,
that's funny.
Yeah,
that's funny.
And on Facebook earlier today, I found out some really unfortunate news.
And what was that?
I need to find it again. Because this is something that not everybody knows about yet. And where was it?
Okay.
So Richard Garriott's mother passed away Tuesday morning.
Oh, wow! My condolences.
And yes, so let me get you a link to the Ultima Codex article, and I'll go ahead and post that around all over the place. And see, Pete the Noob says it was 100% tested and ready. Move shit, everything goes to crap. So Richard Garriott's mother, as published by Ultima Codex, passed away Tuesday. And
Tuesday.
Yes. So this is something that I just found out. She did actually some of the original artwork for Ultima. Some of the covers.
The original Akalabeth. She was.
She did the Akalabeth. She also did some of the Ultimas, and then it was redone by Dennis Lubbe for I think Ultima 2 or 3. So original cover artwork for Ultima 3 is on there, and some of the other things. So she came up with the original concept for the box artwork. And then, so Helen Garriott did include a lot of actual contributions to
the life of Ultima itself.
To the life of Ultima. I mean, she even made some of the original trinkets. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yeah, the original trinkets.
I mean, I've heard a couple stories talking and conversing with Richard. And again, I've heard the stories that he's told throughout the years of how that artwork was done, how it, the original was hanging on the store shelf in a
Ziploc bag that was all packaged inside their house.
How Mom did the first bits of artwork.
What about her pranking NASA?
Yeah. The NASA
prank from Skylab. I mean, that is something that you don't get someone with a better sense of humor. And you have to remember that Richard's dad, Owen Garriott, was an astronaut on Skylab, and his mom recorded a couple different scenarios of events that were happening on Earth. And while Owen was up on Skylab, he hit play and actually was conversing with Mission Control. Even though it was a recording, they thought it was live, and that she stowed away somehow
did the
on
same exact thing during his adventure up to the
ISS
as well. Yes. They actually did a little movie where his mom makes an appearance in that.
His mom is in the movie. Yes.
Which was also funny as hell. People, if you've not seen this, I do suggest digging up the archives on Google it. I'm sure you'll find
it's on YouTube. And
I was going to say Google it. I know it's
the movie is Man on a Mission.
Right.
It's only like a few minutes long, but it is the first movie filmed in space. So it is the best sci-fi film filmed in space. No, there's no competition there. And the script for it was actually written by Tracy Hickman.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Tracy actually wrote that with Richard to pull that.
Yes,
that's right.
So,
little interesting factoid there.
Yeah. So the best movie filmed in space was written by Tracy Hickman, recorded by Richard Garriott, and he also acts in it and everything else. So yeah.
And the space station crew was in on it and was really, really, really good. Good, just doing the whole thing along with Richard was great stuff. But Pete, I'm surprised nobody mentioned it yesterday.
Well, I think that's something that I don't know if Richard told everybody, and that would kind of kill the ability to raise some money, I think. And so they wanted to keep it focused on Shroud of the Avatar instead of just on Richard. So, yeah.
But anyway, yes, our condolences. She will definitely be missed by the world, and she was the mother of Ultima, literally.
Yes, she was the mother of. Yes.
Can we call her the mother of all MMORPGs? Absolutely. Wasn't for this lady, we wouldn't have had Richard. And of course, you know what Richard's contributions were to all this. But again, she had so many contributions to it on her own. That just wow. Sad day.
Yes, very sad day.
List joining us here on set.
Yeah, so
you bought your games at Radio Shack, and before Radio Shack, it was most likely the comic book store where they were first doing all that stuff. I don't think Radio Shack was really into. I know they were buying the parts from Radio Shack to build the computers, but I don't know if Radio Shack was actually hanging
distributor.
On the walls.
Yeah, I don't remember Radio Shack doing that, but
I believe that was your local comic book shop that usually had that, or your one local geek computer repair shop that where they were building those machines out of and getting into people's hands.
Did I tell you the story of my first Voodoo card?
No.
Going into a little PC repair shop in Austin, and like everybody in there smoking, and it's like this was the $300 Voodoo card when it first came out.
The Voodoo card,
and they're like, yeah, the only people that uses these are graphic engineer.
Yeah, no, it was, I had a couple of run-ins, my first couple of machines. Something about magic smoke and video cards that when you let the magic smoke out, they seem to not want to function properly.
No.
And I don't even want to go into how many video cards I smoked in my first couple systems. You learn to be very careful after smoking a couple video cards.
Yes.
But
so did you learn anything yesterday on the telethon?
I did and I didn't. Again, I was busy doing a half dozen other things, so I didn't catch the whole thing. And again, being a short telethon, I had other things going on here in game that I really couldn't focus too much on that. The big question is, did you pay attention when you were sitting in the room there? Because I want to find out who those folks were, since we really didn't hear it on video.
That was the CEO of Travian. That was sitting directly next to Starr, and the other person, she was the executive producer of I can't remember what game, but we did learn something weird. There's going to be another executive producer for Shroud of the Avatar.
We heard that. I did actually hear that part, and
I'm curious whether or not that becomes executive producer that's really responsible for the localization projects, or if it becomes executive producer of the entire project, because Travian and Portalarium have both said they are both developers. Travian is not a traditional publisher. And that is something where it becomes, what is this new person going to be doing in their role, and what are their responsibilities going to be? And I don't think anybody's really clear on that right now.
I saw a little piece that was a DLMB type piece, which was a reassurance that there is not going to be a repeat of like what happened over at EA. Many years ago.
And so Travian isn't sitting there telling them.
It's pretty curious that he brought that up around the same talking.
Yeah, because the important thing to remember is that Travian is really a developer. They're not really a publisher, and so they know the same lingo. They know the same roles. The difference is that Travian has a better outlet for actually publishing and distributing the game that Portalarium doesn't have, and so they're really going to be facilitating that distribution.
Indeed.
And so that also means that more than likely they've got a better advertising budget.
Well, and my understanding was that the folks who signed on for publishing are footing the bill for that, or at least contributing to the cost of that, or picking up whatever it is their deal is. They're making a buck somehow off of it. Otherwise, But anyway,
yeah,
it's good to see things moving on. And again, I still see a handful of naysayers out there. The most popular one out there right now, and I gotta love when these guys do this, because the timing in the forum posts, I don't know whether it's really connected or not, but in the last two telethons, they've spoken about getting the physical rewards out, and that they're actually working on getting the physical rewards all, tucked away and all that.
That I really think that they have to get all their physical rewards done, because you have to remember how many of those items require Richard's signature, and lots of and I do know that they were looking for one of those signature machines and contemplating getting one of those to facilitate the signing of all the items. But even that requires a lot of work, because they wouldn't be buying one of the super high-end ones. They'd be buying one of the cheaper ones.
Well, I just think they got to suck it up and sit down and
suck it up.
Old-fashioned signing session. Just assembly line. Have one guy passing it. He signs it. Pass it.
That is probably Richard signing for a week.
Yeah. Now, of course, I've seen Richard do this before on video. He did it when he took
Hearth of Britannia.
Rustic Dragon, the Hearth of Britannia. And I died. I actually watched like 90% of that video.
In the entire thing, Richard's just
one after
Lord
the other, and just
British.
Edward just passing it to him.
And then here's the pizza. How do I stop?
Yeah.
But there's the.
But I see people now again. I was just before I went to bed last night, I just happened to check the forums, and you got people going, "Oh, we're never gonna get these things." It's like, dudes,
we will get them. It's no ifs, ands, or buts. We will get them.
Yes,
it's one where it's until they actually nail down a time for release. They still have and we know that they said that they've been in contact with manufacturers and they're trying to get the manufacturing done. So that means that
that's what I'm saying.
they are doing that prep work
in the last couple telethons.
Yeah.
And I just don't get first off, anybody who signed up for this read and knew that these guys were determined not to release this game until it was done. End of story. No publisher in the world has ever done this before. There is no timetable.
Star Citizen.
They're not going to let anything force their hand. They are going to wait until they believe it's done, and then it's going to be released. End of story. And at that point, then they're going to give us the physical goods. I've had no reason to doubt that. I still have no reason to doubt that.
Well, and we also know that we're much closer to release than we have been in the past.
I just don't understand people still naysaying, we're not getting them and they're never going to deliver.
This isn't.
They've delivered a hell of a lot more than I ever expected.
This isn't Star Citizen. We can actually play the fucking game.
That's right. That's absolutely right. Yeah, we're not sitting in a parking garage looking at a shiny little home or ship that you can't do nothing with.
So yeah.
For $200 million.
Hey, yep. But we do have free trial number 73 kicking off right now. So
73.
Yeah, I can't remember what number. But so free trial between starting today until September 27th. So there is another free trial to get new players in. And we have noticed that the number of people that play in the free trial is increasing as far as the retention rates. And the more that they are able to retain those new players, the better.
Now, of course.
And that also means it gives them time to fix new player experience as well.
I was just going to say, they talked about that yesterday as well, that, there's going to be a little bit more hand holding as it was, but a lot more tooltip and direction is going to be part of what they work on this next release cycle.
Yes.
And, this way people will be able to get more visual aid as they traverse through the intros and getting acclimated with the world and all that. And I'm looking forward to seeing that because, again, what we've gotten so far, what we've gotten to be a part of has just been phenomenal. I'm loving the ride. And, while we may not be the staunchest supporters of every little thing they do.
We can still be fans of the game and still be critical of aspects. We're critics. And it's one where only a deluded fanboy loves absolutely everything about everything. You know what?
Take a throwback.
Shit stinks.
One of Richard's favorite stories of the guy who would write him a letter every time he released a game. Told him what a piece of shit it was, and then
the next letter is the best thing ever.
It's the best thing ever, and then next game, what a piece of shit it is. And he's got these letters from this one fan over the years who did this with every single game he released.
And the funny part is, like, another developer also has the same letters from the same guy.
Yeah, just too funny what goes on out there.
I do have some good news though.
Oh, what's the good news?
It's Minerva's birthday.
Minerva's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we missed Crazy Phil's birthday.
Yes, we did. We missed Crazy Phil's.
He was at Dragon Con. Yeah, what a treat that must have been.
Where he got to do a duet with Starr and do some dancing with Richard and Starr.
Oh,
the grinding video of them grinding on each other, we kind of missed, but I'm sure Spec has it somewhere.
That's in the archives.
Yeah, Spec has it.
That may make it into the calendar. Don't know.
Okay, yeah. the NBNN calendar. Don't forget to send your nudes to nudes@nbnn.info.
Nudes
yes.
@nbnn.info.
Yes,
that's right. Of your risque in-game provocative photos.
Yes,
And we will make it into a
and
calendar.
let's see, is Minerva in game right now? And I don't see her. I don't see her in game right now.
I haven't seen her much. She should be due for an event or a party soon.
Some Adultima.
Some Adultima, definitely, absolutely. Gotta love the Adultima.
Yeah, there is no stand-up corner from yesterday, so we can't really talk about that.
I know that,
and
but I'm not worried
I
about
did,
that. There's
I did
plenty
tell,
of fodder out there.
I did give Kat a little fair warning about Lunch with Laz and Jack. So if she ever tunes in, she's received a little bit of warning. A little bit.
I haven't met Kat personally yet, but just watching her on video and seeing her interact with the rest of the staff, she looks like she's one of the boys down there. Even though she's running around the office in a skirt, that's gotta throw everybody, including the other girls.
Yeah, like today, she said she wasn't coming into the office until after lunch, but so she works from her studio at her home, and she did play some of these sound effects that she's working on. And one of the first things that she's going to be doing is adding sound effects to the user interface. Then she's going to go through and change a bunch of the other in-game sound effects. And I tried to dissuade her from changing the orgasm sounds in Ardoris.
Dissuade her?
Dissuade her. I don't want her to change those. Because every time I go into Ardoris, it's like I've got a little chuckle.
Better.
Well, yeah. So, yes. And
But you want to volunteer to do the voiceovers? Yeah.
I don't think people want to hear my orgasm voice. Yeah, that's not what you want to record.
Yeah, and absolutely. I couldn't agree more. I know those people. They complain about things that are already in the game, and they just don't know the mechanics of them.
Well,
and
yeah, I mean, it's like even people that sit there and argue about like the visuals, they don't understand. It's like, you know what? The most popular game on Steam right now is PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, okay? Which is a first-person shooter. But if you look at the trees and you look at the grass, it's the exact same as Shroud of the Avatar. Even though it's built in the Unreal Engine, it's a lot of the same resources are used. And it's one where it's like you end up with like so much of this technology being recycled because developers are not designing their own systems. And so it's like to say that the game looks extremely dated is a fallacy. And it's one where it's like you can't have everything look like a brand spanking new interface for everything, because you end up with an unusable game. I mean, you can say, hey, look at Star Citizen's graphics, but then you start looking at like the cheating stuff and how things are done. I was playing Overwatch, which is a very modern game, the other day, and I actually noticed that they have the exact same clipping through clothing problem that's happening in Shroud of the Avatar.
Well, I mean,
it's
literally how many different grass and dirt terrain variations do you think can be made out there in the world? I mean, it's grass and dirt, you know.
Yeah, but it's one where it's like many developers are using the exact same graphics for developing their games, and so it's all assets because
assets.
Yeah,
That's right.
and it's one where it's like, are you going to go with some sort of semi-realism, or are you going to go with a cartoon style, or are you going to go with something else? Doing graphics in space and making everything look high-tech is a lot easier because you're dealing with mostly black. You don't have to worry about terrain for most of it, and if you ever get to terrain, you can make it as surreal as you want to be. Whereas if you're developing in some sort of world, you can either go for like a super cartoony style, and that's one of the reasons I never played WoW, is because I didn't like the graphics, because I didn't like that style. It's like, I much more prefer, if I'm playing an MMO of some sort, I prefer more of a Middle Ages look to things. But that's personal preference. So people need to realize what their personal preferences are and how those actually affect games, design, systems, and artwork. Yay.
Yay.
So, random soapbox, which one are we getting on next?
Oh, I don't know. There were a couple questions out there. Of course, we were doing questions yesterday before the show.
Mhm.
And most of the ones we covered, I think we were spot on.
Well,
That
we know how they're going to answer most of the questions because it's things that they're not really changing direction on. Sometimes they surprise us and sit there and say, well, actually, yeah, that is kind of a good idea, even though in the past they've said no. It's an evolution of
sales one was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Of course, I love how they even get into the whole story of it's like we did it once, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. And then we perpetrate that.
Yeah. We fucked up once and didn't realize that
what it would
do to the Kodos market. But if you're looking for cheap Kodos, you can still find them on shroudmarketplace.com.
That's right. Sater's Stinky Sewer Shop.
And Armelian's Gold and More.
Armelian's Gold and More. Gotta love these. And they're cheaper than the add-on store, too.
Significantly cheaper. On the add-on store, you get 100 Kodos for $80. On Shroud Marketplace, they're
$85.
Sorry, 85? Yeah, 85 probably. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've checked that, but on Shroud Marketplace, 100 Kodos is $65. It's a deal you can't beat it. Yeah.
That's like them putting it on sale when it's there every single day. So.
Oh, yeah, until they run out. And a bunch of other things were just added, but we'll talk about that in a bit. Ooh.
Well, jiggle physics, Drager, is a priority that most everybody wants to see, but I don't think we're going to get to see a lot of that just yet. Unless Gix is going to add it with the new butt slap emote.
Well, Gix does have a lot of work with the butt slap.
Physics.
Yeah. Yeah, gotta love butt slaps. The real question is, what is Scrota doing in front of Mom?
I don't know.
He's just
stuck sitting there.
Well, he's like staring at her. It's like, is this supposed to be intimidation?
I don't know, but I'm a little weirded out.
Why? I mean, are you sure about that, Mom?
Yeah.
Now, of course, gotta mention, for those of you who didn't notice, a little change of pace up here on the set today. We added some
new chairs,
new furniture. Of course, the only one who seemed to notice or make any comments was Mom, and I had to love Mom's comments. And
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't know nothing.
Well, you typed. Didn't you type it out in game?
I did not realize that we had such a good-looking furniture here. And I was out with Mordor yesterday. Morgor, sorry. Mordor is a location, not playing.
Are you sure about that?
Yeah, well, maybe these days. But I was with Morgor, and we were talking about lots. And he was a basement troll. He's living in a basement. He took me down, and of course, he's got it all decked out, man. I mean, this place he's got out there in Snug is definitely a man cave or a troll cave, as it was. And he had this black leather sofas down there, and it was just all duded out. And I'm like, dude, where did you get this? I gotta get some of these. These would be great on the set.
Well, everything's
now we
great.
just need a real set, and then
we
might actually be looking.
We can do what we did a couple of years ago and just put up the walls right behind us, and then we can kind of fence it in, and then from there we can do all kinds of other things. I mean, we have options. You realize that, right?
I do.
We have options.
I may have to try that. As I just don't like being walled in. Yes.
Well,
It's why we wear kilts. We don't want to be walled in down there.
Oh, and Justin just messaged me saying no show for her tonight.
No show for Justin tonight. I believe she told us that. That's why we had to confirm with Clipsy.
Yeah, well, Clipsy was on the air last night. Yeah.
Well, it was all lists and Gix's fault, according to her.
Oh.
They got her started on a pavilion, and all of a sudden, the next thing she know, time had flown by. And I had to do is Diva time in motion? She's like, oh shit.
Well, last night I had to remind List that the Virtue League started at 7. Now it's at 7:30.
Now 7 is when Arius used to start.
It doesn't really start until 7:30. They give about 30 minutes for registrations, and
which makes sense.
So then after that, it's like, yes. So he was still in the office working hard, and when I said, "Hey,
you've been to his love dungeon?"
Oh yes, I have definitely been in Pete's love dungeon, and I even danced topless in Pete's love dungeon.
He danced topless in Pete's love dungeon.
Yes, I have.
And we have no screenshots of this?
Well, it was on his stream.
The calendar?
It was on his stream, so you'll have to go find one of his Pete the Noobs.
Pete.
So, yes, if you do not know Pete the Noob, you do need to follow his Twitch channel, so twitch.tv/Pete the Noob. So do watch his show. He is a Twitch partner, and he does some great things. So yes, and he is right. I did throw money at him and Kodos. So
Sader says no worries. He's got 2,000 Kodos for sale out there. So if you're buying
sweet
by the hundreds, yeah, I figured Sader had a little stockpile there. I didn't think he just had 100 up for sale. But there we have verification. He's got a couple thousand for sale, folks. So don't worry about him running out. You just make your way over to shroudmarketplace.com to Sader's Stinky Sewer Shop, and he's got plenty of those if you're looking for them at a bargain.
Oh, absolutely.
Amen to that.
Oh, yes. Now he's really going to go hunt it, and that was about 7 a.m.
I believe Sader is the guy who tells us the story that before Shrouded Avatar, his girlfriend never told his wife to play video games.
His wife is actually
his wife. Yeah, now his wife tells him go
play video games. Yes, which is an absolutely wonderful thing to have.
It's
to
a
be
beautiful
told.
thing. That's all I gotta tell you.
When your wife is telling you to go play video games,
wife's telling you to go play video games and make a little money, you don't argue with the woman. You gotta keep her.
And Sader is actually developing a game with his 7-year-old daughter, which is even cooler.
Yes,
so she's writing the storyline. He's doing all the programming. So it is something. Yes. So it is something where it's like this is bringing out the best everything.
Love this community. Love the folks around us. Love everything that I see people doing. I mean, meeting people like Sader, meeting people like Slashy, meeting people like Richard and Starr. Pete the Noob, I don't think I've had the pleasure yet. But,
I have.
Look forward to that. I know you have. And all the people. I mean, Winfield. I mean, I love Winfield to death. Always a pleasure seeing him out.
As I've said before, it's like this game has actually. I've met more people from this game than I've met in all of my gaming history.
Absolutely.
This game it's something
physically actually met these people. Yes.
Whereas like when I played UO, I think I only knew one other person's phone number, and I only called him because I kept on looting his house because he forgot to lock his doors when that was a thing. And
I was gonna say, my gaming history probably. Before this, I knew the most people only because I used to go out to the arcades and the local video game hotspots, and I knew all the people out there, back in the day.
Hey,
and you knew whose 3-letter tag up on the high scores. You knew everybody's name by their 3-letter tag. You know
what? Yeah. And Justin wants everybody to know. our life is not complete without having met the Deco Divas. That's
right.
That was the most important meeting we have ever had, was meeting the Deco Divas.
Now, we gotta congratulate the Divas for winning a prize in the Dragon Con photo contest. They won a $10 store credit, I think the ladies got, for wearing their bodice tops and bunny ears with Lord British. Yes, doing a little cosplay photographing out there.
Yep. Then let's see. Other winners. I'm sorry to say, but the Obsidian Kabbalist costume takes the cake, especially
Crazy,
with
Phil.
the stage picture. The stage picture of the Kabbalist over a dead Lord British was pretty awesome.
That was the keeper, yeah. And Phil did a great job on that mask. I know he had a little help from the community as well, who gave him some pointers as to what to do with it, but he pulled it off, man. It really looked cool. What's so funny?
Well, considering Justin just called me an ass.
Oh, well. Okay. What did you do this time? I didn't hear.
I said meeting the Deco Divas.
You replied back something that.
No, I didn't say anything that was bad. It's.
Yeah, we know you're an ass.
I think.
Ass, I mean.
Okay, and the Deco Divas said they were going to riot if Phil didn't win, and Phil did win. So I mean, it is by far the best one.
Oh, well, yeah.
But when you have Unseen Dragon, that is Joseph Drazen, who in game is, I can't remember. Who is Joseph Drazen in game? He's also a member of UDIC, which is the Ultima Dragons, where he is Unseen Dragon. He's Prism 207, I believe. With his dressing of the avatar, Hobbit Dragon dressed up also in his avatar outfit. Deco Divas.
Get that one.
What?
He didn't look like he was in an avatar.
No, he was just wearing the avatar tabard, realistically. Okay. But if you ever actually go to any of the Ren fairs and you can look for the 6'6" Hobbit Dragon, he does wear that quite frequently, or he dresses up like a hobbit. He's
You seem to be a man after my own heart, so I'm going to be looking forward to that one.
Oh, absolutely.
He says we're going to get weird at SodaCon. Me, you, Jack, Ox, Core. Yeah, that already sounds like a group of misfits we need to really have together in the same room.
Oh yeah, and see what I've been told that I've met Core before, but I can't remember who Core is.
I thought he was down one of the telethons.
I can't remember who he is.
He has another name as well.
Yeah, I as soon as I see him and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'm Core," and then I'll be like, "Yeah, I know who you are." Yeah.
Who let the dogs out?
It wasn't me. I'll let you know that.
Lantern Beefly.
Okay, so what other things actually happened during the telethon? Because I was trying to figure out their let's move the table issues.
Yeah, well, mostly it was blame Chris.
Well, I mean, Shroud math is an issue at times. Shroud math
is Chris said if anything is wrong, everybody blames me, so blame Chris for all the bad stuff out there. We love you, Chris.
Well, yeah.
He's going to be doing a lot of cleanup again. Most of what we're going to see this next release cycle is going to be clean and polish, and they're looking to reduce the frame rate. So,
yes,
frame rate. Sorry.
No. Yeah, increase the frame rates, increase performance. Work on LODs. Work on LODs. Work on LODs. And find ways to decrease the hitching problems. And
yes, now
So
I've noticed a couple of little issues with hitching.
yeah, well,
Really,
I was actually going to
things like
say,
if I close or open a chest while I'm trying to play music and things, just little weird things cause some weird hitches. But
yeah,
I'm sure they'll figure that out.
I was going to say, you weren't. No one else got to hear this, but we did have a brief conversation. I was going to say that was between Pete the Noob, myself, Justin, the Deathbringer, as well as Chris. It was actually a couple separate conversations where we actually talked about the hitching problems. And one of the things is actually a Unity problem. Because Unity, you have your memory allocation. Unity doesn't allow you to be very specific about what it is. And if you're doing it in C++, you'd be able to do it because you'd be able to program all that memory allocation yourself. And actually, that was with the AI guy. That was with Jason Yenawine. But
JY.
Yeah, JY. But Unity arbitrarily assigns portions of that memory management. And so that causes... And so whenever you load into a scene, it's loading all kinds of different shaders, all kinds of different elements. And that creates some of the memory problems and the hitching problems is related to Unity, because this is the largest Unity project in existence right now. So
Shroud is?
Yeah. Realistically, the Shroud Unity project, I believe at last I heard, was approaching 200 gigs as the actual project size.
Right.
And so whenever they actually have issues, Unity's like, hey, send us your project. 200 gigs uploaded later.
Yeah.
And it becomes, okay, where is the issue? And a lot of it is Unity specific. That's where sometimes they have to actually have a Unity engineer fly in and deal with the issues or evaluate things. And they find things like, oh, this is actually a problem in Unity's source code. And
we didn't think about that.
Yes. So this is where, when Starr talks about, since we are a scene-based game and we're trying to work on these issues, some of the issues are directly related to Unity's memory management, and that's where they have to go through, re-optimize shaders, re-optimize every aspect of the game, and that's where you also have your LODs come in. And don't forget, LODs are when you look at, so think of it as different circles as far as distance. Really close, you'll have a high level of detail. Then as you get further away, that level of detail decreases. So,
absolutely.
So when you're looking at something in the distance, it is going to be not very detailed at all. But if you look at something up close, it's going to be very, very detailed. And that's dealing with like polygon displays. And then from there, that is something that we do know that in Shroud has actually caused substantial issues, because they had not done a lot of LOD performance work.
It's coming.
It's coming. And
you know what else is coming?
What? Oh, the time? The time, yes. We really did have no plan for today at all. I mean,
we never have a plan. I mean,
well, yeah,
we get stressed out enough.
Yeah.
Of course, we're just two guys sitting around talking.
Sitting on a lot, talking.
Yeah. Avatar, telling you how it is. And today happened to be a little extra sad. But
yeah,
we have to talk about a lot of things that we probably wouldn't have talked about.
No,
of course, the passing of Richard's mom again. Very sad to hear, but we send our wishes and condolences. And again, yeah, she was a piece of that Ultima history, people. That's all I can say there.
Oh yeah, and her loss will be felt within the community.
Yes, I think now the more that the people see this in the community, we'll see that chatter out there in the world, and we'll hear some other stories come out. And if we come across any good ones, we'll share them as well. But meanwhile, we've got to move on and start tying it up for today. Of course, we got to tell you about the wonderful NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app out there that you too can have on your mobile device. If you want to take all your Shroud of the Avatar favorites with you, you want to check out the forums and keep on talking about what's going on, you want to listen to our recent podcast, you want to check out the DJs live on the radio or listen to us on replays, you want to read the newspaper, the NBNN Daily Britannia, published 7 days a week, or you want to check out what's going on in the world today, you can check out the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar community calendar, hosted on nbnn.info and on the NBNN Shroud of the Avatar app.
Yes, that community calendar is on nbnn.info. Just click on the calendar button at the top, and that will take you right there. And don't forget, all times on the community calendar, Central Time in the real world, but we prefer to refer to it as Nude Britannia Time.
Nude.
And since Laz has aggregated every single available Google public calendar related to Shroud of the Avatar, if you have one and you don't see it there, you need to email news@nbnn.info, and that guy will eventually do something with it where it appears in this list.
This magical
list that sits there and populates all kinds of weird things, that tells you at 12s and 6s around the clock, Monday through Friday, you can listen to two idiots interpreting the news, so you don't have to, on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
You forgot the right. Yeah, it took you long enough to do that one.
Forget.
Okay, you just wanted the super pregnant pause. And that is Lunch with Us. Then at 7 p.m. this evening, you can join the Phoenix Republic PvE nights. That's with Kazan Phoenix Fire, who is back, and Mal Hari
in the saddle.
At 7 p.m. on WRFB.
WRFB. That rocks.
Is the 70s at 7. Don't forget, Nurse Justin's show tonight has been scrapped.
Preempted.
She is traveling. She is traveling.
Oh, she's still on the road?
Yep.
That's right.
She gets home later tonight, and that would be a little bit too stressful for her.
Yeah.
Then after that, the final event of the evening is going to be on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB.
And that's it. That show with Laz's dad, The Record Room.
The Record Room. You want a nice history lesson 5 days a week in the history of rock and roll? Tune in to WRFB Radio Free Britannia and listen to The Record Room every Monday through Friday, 10 to 11 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's right.
And that is our community calendar.
Those pre-recorded shows we have out there, and we've got about 2, 3, 4 years worth of shows, so plenty of rock and roll history to go through there. That's for sure.
And that's our community calendar for September 7th in Shroud of the Avatar.
Shroud of the Avatar.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
And of course, don't forget to tune in to us every day every day, Monday through Friday, except weekends, not every day.
Somewhere?
I don't know. We make this shit up. This is live, people. This is live. Come on now. Hang on. I got to do something.
What are you trying to figure out, man?
It's too quiet. I need some background. Right,
nice to do business with you.
Thank you. Us, NBNN. Tune in, check it out, nbnn.info. I love this shit. We all love this shit. Great stuff that we bring you here. And again, latest news, updates, happenings right here on our show. Of course, the Airy Fund, we got Think Pink coming up in October. And it's going to be one big month. I know people are getting ready. Nero, are you in the room here?
Yes, I am.
Paying attention. All Nero's got an event coming up, and I'm going to just toss you under the bus here real quick, but you got some things that you want to give away during an event for the Airy Fund next month, and would you be polite and share with the boys and girls what you've picked up and what you're going to be giving away, or what you've got for them as prizes for whatever the event is? We're not going to give the event away yet.
Hey, certainly. Basically, thanks to recent sales that have been going on, and I've going to delve my hand in charity a little bit and try to help out the Airy Fund and help out some of the gamers here and do a few giveaways. And basically, I got a Viking row, 4-story row house with the tax-free lot and 5-story basement. Throwing some decorations, and we're gonna get that into somebody's hands. And like Laz said, the actual event and whatnot will be forthcoming. So just stay tuned.
We'll probably be raffling that off to somebody for, of course, donations. I'm gonna guess, but. This is what the community's doing out there and thinking ahead of the game. And Nero is one of our newer players, and he's become very acclimated to the world, and he's jumping right in, wanting to help out there, and we appreciate it, Nero. So I just wanted to go ahead and point out that you too can help in a dozen different ways. You can help by just spreading the word. You can help by signing up for one of these streams. You can all sorts of stuff. Check out the airyfund.org, or come on in and ask Jack and I or any members of the staff, and we'll be more than happy to tell you all about it.
That's
Coil
right.
More wands. That's right. Coil more wands. You can also speak to this guy. He's the guy taking care of all the streaming initiatives out there, keeping all the streamers together for a charity organization, Arius Coil More. And of course, he's on WRFB every Monday night with the GMC Top 20 from 7 to 9. So check him out as well. Scroda Music. What's to say? You get Scroda to hang around and do anything.
Follow you for an
want
hour.
For an hour.
Scroda said anything you
And,
want.
we do mean anything.
He will
The
grovel for
Britannian
you.
Mining Company. Wants you to come to Red Road's located in Black Rock Cove over in the Quell region, right next to the town of Exeter and the Exeter Mines, for your mining convenience and pleasure. Check out all the vendors out there. They got all the great items you need for your crafting. Relics by Rills. Got those exciting mugs in stock out there. Jack's wearing a Relics by Rill t-shirt, as do I. Every single day I wear a Relics by Rill Shroud of the Avatar t-shirt. It's probably because I just never change out of these clothes. This is all I ever wear. You all know that.
Well, when you don't wear pants, you don't have to worry about your clothes getting burnt.
That's right. You don't have to worry about clothes too much. We only wear this because Twitch makes us. Otherwise, we'd be naked. RelicsByRill.com for all your licensed Shrouded Avatar swag. If you need t-shirts, you need hats, you need patches, you need the NBNN I Love This Shit bumper sticker. You need other stickers. You need coffee mugs, beer stein, shot glasses, hoodies, you name it. Rill's got it out there with some kind of Shrouded Avatar swag on it. And if you want to save a little bit of money when you check out, use the promo code NBNN when you check out at relicsbyrill.com. You'll save 10% off your purchase. WRFB.rocks, Radio Free Britannia, bringing you all sorts of great entertainment throughout the week. And you know the spiel on that one, because we got to give the marketplace a minute or two. Can't go anywhere without talking about the marketplace and telling you about all the wonderful deals on the virtual vendable goods out there. ShroudMarketplace.com.
You mean that place where you can go and buy anything and everything related to Shroud of the Avatar from different players for
Recall
cash?
and teleport scrolls for $4.99. Jack.
That's right, on sale for $4.99 for 100
$4.99.
That's right. I mean, that if you start looking at
I know.
a little bit of everything up for sale, every single one of the vendors is a different player. Each vendor maintains their own inventory. 65 current vendors registered on Shroud Marketplace, and every single day you have to go visit and see new things like Ring of Death attunement, Ring of Life attunement, silver ore. You need bulk arrows. You can get that on Shroud Marketplace. Anything and everything, including teleports and recall scrolls by Senesis stuff. Those ones from Weddings and More by Laz, they might be broken a little bit. Or if you're looking for a village pavilion, that is all there. Just go to shroudmarketplace.com, register for an account to buy, and during the checkout, it'll tell you, what name do you want this delivered to? And you fill it out. Yay.
That's right. Don't forget to fill out that delivery.
Yes. And you know what? If you're interested in selling your stuff, anything and everything can be sold, from accounts all the way to game gold, crowns of the obsidian, store credit, all the way to in-game services. Just like I love the services just because you've got leveling services by Maliki. You've got also Armelian's Gold and More leveling service. You've got cheese sign writing. So you need some help writing your cheesy writing with wedges of cheese in game.
Yes,
you can find that.
We are
the cheesiest.
We are the cheesiest. We are customers. We're not just clients. We're also
yeah. We're not just yes. We have also purchased the cheese sign writing for our cheese sign written on my lot.
We're not just paid spokesmen. Yes. We are actual clients. That's
right. We are actual clients of the cheese sign writing service. Scrota's music service, where $5 gets you. Not going to do it this time.
Anything you
want. Yep. Or if you're looking for an in-game wedding, you need to contact that guy. Don't get his recalls and teleports scrolls.
Right.
They're a little shady. But yeah.
Game?
The wedding, on the other hand, perfect.
See. I've got tuxedos. I've got wedding dresses. I've got the locations. I've got chapels. I've got beachfront, sunset, sundown, bloodletting, underground, lakeside. You name it. We've got a package custom tailored just for you. So if you want to get your love on in Shrouded Avatar, come see me. Lazarus Long's Weddings and More. Not just weddings, but a whole lot more.
Yay. And it's actually time for us to thank the most important people around here. Yes, that's you guys. Hey, it's all your fault, man.
Yeah, I know. I can't help myself.
We couldn't do this show without you guys. Otherwise, we'd just be two guys sitting on a lot doing a whole lot of nothing. So thank you for hanging out with us on Twitch, YouTube, or listening on Radio Free Britannia.
WRFB. I think the couches are a success.
Hey, they worked.
Everybody sat today. I love this. Yeah. Anyway, we got to get out of here, folks. We'll be back with more for the weekend roundup tomorrow, right here on WRFB Radio Free Britannia. Till then, I'm Laz.
I'm Jack.
And we are NBN. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye-bye. Say goodbye.
Clear.